Hello guys, this is Skateman Corey from the Kaijudo and I'm here with another deck profile. But this time is going to be a little bit special because this time I'm going to actually make a deck profile out of cards that I actually own. So no proxies or anything, only cards that I actually own. So this puts me at a huge disadvantage because I do not have that many good water cards. And I know that I got quite a handful from Earth Power, you know, I got like 4 Eureka Chargers and all that. But it really isn't good without Alcoholicus and Energy Stream. So I decided to make this deck, which is, I guess, somewhat aggro and partially control late game, I guess you could say. But my deck is Fire, Nature, Light, Darkness deck. And it focuses mainly on Fire and Darkness, and then I have just Nature and Light to support the deck. So this deck is 50 cards, and I'm actually using a couple of the Japanese cards that I got from Magma Dragon. And I have a couple cards here that I got from Earth Power as well. So now I was able to make a somewhat decent deck, but it's nowhere as good as, you know, a lot of the good decks out there. So anyway, we're gonna start with these two Deadly Fire Braid Claws. And now you might be thinking, why are you using Deadly Fire Braid Claw in a deck that's not Rush? Well, I don't know. It's just cool to have a turn 1 play, I guess. And, you know, it's always nice to get an early shield. I don't know. Alright, so now here's why it's so aggro. Whoops. There we go. We got 4 Twin-Cannon Skyterrors. I mean, you put on the field and you attack and break 2 shields, or kill a creature, or whatever. You can do whatever the heck you want with this card, and it's really awesome. And Earth Power gave me 4 of these, so I have to use them. And I'm also using the Galklife Dragon that he gave me because, well, it's a nice tech, you know. It gets rid of those Tajimals or those, you know, annoying light creatures that they might be running. And, you know, if they're not playing any light creatures at all, fine, just put it in the mana zone. It doesn't really make a difference. Alright, now for fire spells, I'm using 3 Crimson Hammer. It's a really good card. I don't think 4 is good, though. 4 is a bit too much. You know, late game, if you draw this and they don't have any 2,000 or less, it's not as good. But I think 3 is a good balance for this deck, because I'm also using 3 Tornado Flames, and this is the same thing, but a trigger and 4,000 or less. So if I had 4 Crimson Hammers, you know, these would be a little, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but I think 3 of each is a perfect balance for the fire spells. Then we got 1 Burst Shot. I only have 1, sadly. But Burst Shot is just really good against those rush decks, so if I manage to get this in shields, awesome, but if not, well, it's still a good card. And here's the first Japanese card, Hell's Scrapper. So it's 7 cost, shield trigger, and it works a lot like Apocalypse Vise, except it's 5,000 instead of 8,000. So you can destroy creatures up to a total of 5,000 or less. And it's good, because it's a shield trigger as well. Alright, so that's fire. Now we're going to go to darkness. So for darkness, I'm only using 3 Bloody Squitos. I do have 4, but 3 is enough because light doesn't really serve a purpose in this deck, because I wanted to use awesome light spells like Holy Awe and all that, but I didn't really have any good light cards to put in, so I used light to mainly splash in a lot of blockers, and you'll see those later. So 3 is a good amount. And now here's somewhat of an engine deck. Well, not really an engine, but an evolution line here. We have 4 Horrid Worms for discard. I don't have Locomotivers or anything, so Horrid Worm is good because you're attacking to discard a card from their hand, and that's what aggro does. You want to attack. So you want to get good effects off your attacking, and 4 Horrid Worms does that perfectly. And with those 4 Horrid Worms, we obviously get 2 Chaos Worms. And Chaos Worm is pretty much a Terror Pit. So a Terror Pit in a creature with 5,000 power, which is pretty good. So definitely have to use these if you're running 4 Horrid Worms. And then last creature is a Tech Bone Assassin, the Ripper. Slayer is an effect that I find like really underrated. It's a pretty good ability. I mean, if they have, you know, a big creature tapped and they have no blockers, and you have this guy out, you're just suiciding with it, and it's just a weakling, a little 2,000. The only thing that's bad about this is that it's a 4-drop, so it's pretty bad. It's kind of expensive to get out, but I mean, it's a cheaper alternative to other cards, I guess you can say, but then again, if they have blockers, this card's useless, so that's why I'm only using 1. Now for spells, I only have one Dark Reversal, but I think that's just enough. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, like, you'll see some other cards I have later that don't even go to the graveyard, so it's like, there's no point in using this. So I guess one is a good tech. Now I'm using 2 Death Smokes for 2 reasons. One reason, because I don't own 4 Terror Pits, I only own 1 Terror Pit. So I need some spot removal, and Death Smoke is really good for that. I mean, I know you can't kill tapped creatures, but if you're going against control, well, they're probably not going to have tapped creatures unless they kill your creatures. So Death Smoke is perfectly fine. Also, my second reason is that I don't have many 4-drops in this deck, and I needed some 4-drops to, you know, streamline the deck, so Death Smoke fits that perfectly. And here's the 1 Terror Pit I was talking about, don't need to explain that. And 1 Lost Soul. I know this isn't really a control deck, but I mean, it's Lost Soul. Come on, if you get this turn 7, or whatever turn you get it out, I mean, they lose their whole hand. Might as well use it. Alright, so now we got Nature, and I sorted my Nature cards wrong. Whatever. Anyways, so Nature, obviously the point of Nature is to Mana Excel, and to other awesome cards like Soul Swap, but I don't own Soul Swap, sadly. So all they're really doing is Mana Excel and searching. So I have 4 Bronze Arm Tribe. I mean, it's a staple if you're going to use Nature. Well, not 4 maybe, but still 4. Gets the mana going and get some plays quicker. I don't know what else to say about Bronze Arm Tribe. Okay, now here is my little special group of cards here. 2 Mighty Shouters and 1 Coiling Vines, and this Mighty Shouter is French. Hurlar redoutable. Yeah, anyways, it's a McDonald's promo. Yeah, so since you're going to be attacking a lot, I mean, you could swing with these guys, and it doesn't matter what happens, because when they die, they go to your mana zone. So, I mean, you're still losing a creature on the board, but in return, you're getting a creature in your mana zone, which is awesome. Alright, next we have 3 Dimension Gates. 4 is a bit too much. You don't want to draw Dimension Gates constantly. 3 is a perfect amount to get whatever creature you need, so you get Twin-Cannon, or get that tech Galklife whenever you need it. Anything, really. Alright, now I got the lights. So, lights, like I said, useful for blockers and for tapping. So, 2 lower gigas, because it's another turn 1 play, and, you know, it's a blocker, it's good against Rush. Not really much to say there. And now I'm using 3 Emerald Grass, since, you know, still need blockers, and they're pretty good. They're better than Squito in the sense that they don't die when they kill something, but then again, they only have 3,000. So these things can't kill Ganta, but whatever, you know. And 1 Tech Dianork, because I only have 1, and because it's a 4-drop. And like when I built the deck, I had literally like 2 4-drops or something like that, so I needed some 4-drops, and Dianork fits that as well. And another 4-drop, Magris. I don't have any draw power, and well, this card does give you draw power, and I also only own 1, so whatever, that fits. Alright, and now we get to the real reason why I want to use Light. 2 Holy Oz, and the card I pulled a couple days ago for Magma Dragon's pack, Super Spark. Super Spark, best card ever. Not really, but anyways. It's a Holy Awe, but 1 cost less. It's just so ridiculous. And I even got the holo version of it too, which I found out thanks to Yami Michael. I don't know if you can really see that. Let me see if I can focus. There. Oh no, I lost focus again. 5cc. I don't know, it's weird. But yeah. It's a holo version of it. And 2 Holy Aws, because I only have 2. And they're just really awesome. Holy Aw, lol at them. Alright, so now here are only 2 multi-civs that I'm running. And before Magma Dragon's cards got here, I didn't own a single multi-civ creature. Or a multi-civ card, that's what I meant. Yeah, so since I got some multi-civs, I said, you know what, these cards are actually pretty good, so I'm going to use them. So I'm going to explain them real quick. This card is Jet RE Brave Vizier. He's a 5-drop, 2000 power, fire and light creature. And when you get him onto the field, you can destroy 1 creature on the field that has blocker, so that's amazing. And you also get your top card of your deck into your shields. So it's a mix of Sun Drop, Armor, and Critical Blade in a creature, so it's really, really nice. And the last card of the deck, this card is called, I think, like Stronghold of the Lightning and Flame or something like that. And it's a 10-ton crunch mixed with a solar ray. So you, or a Colon the Oracle, or whatever you want. So you kill a creature with 3,000 or less, and you get to tap a creature at the same time, which is awesome. So that's it for the deck. I hope you liked it. I mean, this will, you know, not win against a lot of the awesome decks that, you know, Earth Power and the gang play, but I think it would put up an okay fight. I don't know. It's an okay-ish deck. Anyways, next week I'll do another deck profile. I have this weird deck I'm making up right now. I was inspired by a deck on the forums, and it's a 60 card deck, but I just really don't know if it works. I'd have to like mess around with it and do some test draws to see if it actually works. I did a couple already, and like the combo seems to work like 2/3 of the time, but I don't know if it really is worth it. It's just a fun deck anyways, so I'm gonna show that off next week probably. Don't want to spoil the surprise yet. And stay tuned. I'm not gonna upload anything tomorrow, unlike my schedule says. I'm just really busy, and the site is going to take a lot longer than I expected, so I'm probably going to take those days off to actually work on the site instead of making videos every day and then on the weekend work on the site. So more days working on the site would be really good. So Wednesday, stay tuned for Wednesday for the next Kaijudo news, which I'm really excited about. I still have a feeling that they're going to reveal the name of the booster pack, the first set or whatever, and they're going to give a release date on that too. I'm calling it. It's coming out in April or May. But let's not get our hopes up. I'm just gonna say that. I'm gonna put that out there. That's my prediction. Anyways, this is Kate Medcore for the Kaijudo channel signing off. See you later, guys.